And hello to everyone else around the world. It's really a pleasure to see so many people logged on here. But Harold, I'm sitting here in my home. We're in lockdown in Copenhagen, having a glass of wine, which, I'm pretty sure it smells like strawberries, but I'm not so sure anymore. But I was wondering, how can you train your sense of smell, and can you become like a top athlete in smelling?
You can become, I don't know about a top athlete. I think that depends on your diligence, but it really does come down to diligence. You know, it's like exercising any other muscle, real or figurative. The more you use it, the better it becomes. And so in the case of smell, it's a matter of just paying as much attention to what it is that you're encountering through your nose, not just eating and drinking, but in the rest of life, paying attention as you're walking down the street or walking past somebody's flower garden, stopping and sniffing not just the roses, but things that are maybe not so nice, because it turns out that they have a lot in common with things that are nice. And then when it comes to people interested in food and drink, just walk into your larder every day and smell 10 different things and really register it. Open a jar of, pre-mixed curry powder and try to pick out the different spices that have gone into it. Drink a cola and try to pick out the standard issue cola aromatics. Because, we tend to experience things like cola, like curry, as sort of these unified, monolithic aromas, when in fact they're made up of lots and lots of sub-aromas. I like to use the metaphor that many people use of chords and notes. We think of, usually we experience a smell, but we forget that the smell is made up of lots of other smells, lots of notes in that chord. And the more we pay attention to the notes, the more we can begin to notice them in other things and simply become more sensitive to what's there in the things that we take for granted.
How important is developing the language to go along with that? And then how does this skill, or what could people working in food and drink learn from people working in perfumes or in the fragrance world? Is there a similarity in this skill set there?
No, there absolutely is. Flavor chemists and fragrance chemists are often one and the same. The companies that are interested in formulating things for industrial purposes, they specialize in both. And in fact, I could not have written this book. I should really thank the flavor and fragrance chemists of the world, because they're the ones who provided the grist for my book. They're the ones who provided all the information. And it's just, astounding to me that people would be interested, for example, in knowing exactly what's in a cucumber and what's in an oyster and what's in a sweaty saddle, for that matter, so that I could then put that information in the book. Flavor and fragrance chemists and people who work in the industry, not necessarily as chemists, but as flavorists and as perfumers, are thinking in these terms all the time. That what they're looking to do is create an overall effect. So they're looking for the right notes to put together into a chord that's theirs. Not something that nature provides us ready-made, or not something that a winemaker does over the course of months and years of crafting a wine, but mixing chemicals and coming up with a kind of instantaneous chord. And I would recommend that people do what I have ended up doing writing this book, which is look online in the flavor and fragrance world and just read what people are talking about and thinking about, and see what things that you can buy these days remotely to help educate your sense of smell. I mean, it's just amazing the woods and the resins and the flowers and single molecules also that you're able to get in small quantities to kind of learn about this osmocosm.
Nice.